Hello and welcome to another episode of the Love and Dating podcast. I'm your host, your dost Niyuti Srivastav, and today we are diving into a question that's probably crossed your mind at least once. Can introverts really find true love? Now, if you are an introvert, you have probably faced the feeling of being overlooked in the dating world. Maybe you are more comfortable in small, intimate settings rather than big social gatherings. Or perhaps you have found it difficult to express your feelings, especially when dating feels like a constant whirlwind of social interactions. Trust me, I get it. Dating can be tough when you feel like the world is geared for extroverts. But here is the good news. Being an introvert doesn't mean that the love is off the table for you. In fact, introverts often have unique qualities that make them fantastic partners. It's just about knowing how to harness those qualities and understanding how they can work in your favor. So, in today's episode, we are going to answer the burning question. Can introverts really find true love? And how can you make it work? But before we get into it, let me take a moment and tell you a little story. A few months ago, I met someone during a social event. Let's call him Sahil. Let's call him Sahil. He is a classic introvert, quiet, thoughtful, and just a little shy when meeting new people. Sahil had struggled with dating for years, feeling that his reserved nature might be an obstacle. But after a few sessions of coaching, he shared with me that he had found someone special. At first, I was curious. How did he manage to connect with someone on a deeper level? Someone who described himself as socially awkward? Well, it turns out that his journey toward love wasn't about changing who he was. It was about learning how to communicate his true self in a way that attracted the right kind of partner. Sahil had always been a great listener, a quality that, when cultivated, is a huge asset in a relationship. But he never understood how to use it to his advantage in the dating world. When he started learning into his natural ability to listen, instead of trying to be the loudest or the most outgoing, things began to shift. He attracted someone who valued depth and meaningful conversations. And that's the key, isn't it? True love isn't about pretending to be someone you are not. It's about being genuine and authentic. So, this brings us to the heart of today's discussion. Can introverts really find true love? The simple answer is yes. But how can you do it? Let's break it down. The first one is understand your introverted qualities. As an introvert, you might think your quiet nature is a drawback when it comes to dating. But in reality, it's one of your greatest strengths. Introverts tend to be more self-aware, sensitive to emotions, and fantastic listeners. You don't need to be the life of the party to attract the right person. In fact, many people find calm and thoughtful individuals incredibly appealing. One of the first steps in making dating work for you as an introvert is understanding that being introverted doesn't mean being antisocial. It means you recharge by spending time alone and that you tend to focus deeply on fewer relationships rather than constantly meeting new people. The key here is to own these qualities. Don't try to pretend to be someone else. Instead, embrace the fact that you are a person who values quality over quantity. If you meet someone who appreciates your quiet nature and can match your energy, you're already off to a great start. The second one is know where to look for like-minded individuals. Dating as an introvert doesn't necessarily mean that you have to avoid group settings altogether, but you do need to be strategic about where you go to meet people. The loud, crowded bar scene? Not your best bet. Instead, try looking for environments where quieter, deeper conversations are encouraged. Think about things like book clubs, coffee shops, art galleries, small gathering of friends. These type of settings are perfect for introverts because they allow you to interact in a more intimate setting. where you can connect over shared interests and passions rather than fighting for attention in a large group. The third one is learn how to show interest. Now, here is a challenge that many introverts face: showing interest. As an introvert, you might not always feel comfortable expressing your feelings right away, but letting someone know that you are interested in them is an essential part of dating. It doesn't have to be grand gestures or constant texting. Little things matter, like asking questions about their life and listening intently, offering genuine compliments, not just physical ones, taking the time to remember small details they have shared with you. These actions show that you are invested and care about the person on a deeper level. And don't worry, if you're not a fan of big, flashy dates, that's okay. Low-key dates that focus on getting to know each other better are often much more meaningful. The fourth one is find someone who appreciates your quiet side. The most important thing in dating, no matter your personality type, is finding someone who truly appreciates who you are. For introverts, this means looking for someone who values your quiet strength, your introspective nature, and your depth of character. You don't need to date someone who is a carbon copy of you. Opposites can attract, and balance can make for great relationships. But finding a partner who understands and accepts your introversion is key. This person should be someone who appreciates your thoughtfulness, listens to you when you speak, and gives you space when you need it. If you find someone like that, you have already found someone who values you for you. The fifth one is be patient and trust the process. Finally, it's crucial to be patient with yourself. The journey of finding true love takes time, and sometimes it's easy to get discouraged along the way. But remember, love doesn't happen overnight. Just because you're not getting instant results doesn't mean you are not on the right path. Trust the process and know that the right person will come along when the time is right. Remember Sahil's story? He didn't rush into anything. He focused on understanding himself and the qualities he brought to a relationship. And when the time was right, he met someone who saw his true worth. So, can introverts really find true love? The answer is a resounding yes. It's about understanding who you are, leveraging your strengths, and being patient. Introverts in the room? Your quiet nature is not a barrier. It's your secret weapon. Embrace it, nurture it, and watch as it leads you to the right partner. If you're ready to take the next step in your dating journey, I have something special for you. I'm hosting the Dating Right workshop where we will go deeper into how you can leverage your introverted qualities to attract and maintain a meaningful relationship. You will get expert tips, strategies, and tools that are tailor-made to help you succeed in the dating world. You can also book a one-to-one call with me. So, what are you waiting for? Book the one-to-one call with me or sign up for the Dating Right workshop by clicking the links in the description. This could be the first step toward finding the love you deserve. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode of the Love and Dating Podcast. I'm Niyoti Srivastav and I can't wait to see you at the workshop or one-to-one call. Until next time, stay true to yourself and keep believing in love because remember, you deserve the love. Happy dating, guys!